It has been way too long, and I'm so glad to finally let y'all know what I have been up to. Hi cuties! Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever you are watching this. I'm Leigh, and today I am giving you a life update, telling you everything that I've been up to since we last got like the chance to hang out. It has been way too long. I know I just posted a vlog from my last trip to go see Dara, but that happened in like April. So a lot has happened since. It's been what? May, June, July, August, September, 5 months since. And I have so much that I need to fill y'all in on. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I want y'all cuties to hang around. Love having you here. And also make sure to like this video. I always really appreciate that. But oh my gosh, let me tell you everything that's just been up. I think the biggest thing that y'all, if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and if you don't already, you should do that. But if you follow me there, you know that Dara moved in with me. Dara lives here now. He moved to Los Angeles. We're not long distance anymore. Like, he literally moved here. That's why I haven't really been posting on YouTube lately, because we were really nervous about everything with the process of him getting over here, and really we just wanted to keep it down low on social media. So while everything got in place and we were doing, you know, all of the checks on the paperwork were made, I was like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna not as heavily post about us and just anything really. So it was kind of a nice break for me to have. But I missed y'all so much, like posting that vlog and editing the vlog that I just made of us going to Edinburgh and Dublin. I was like, oh my god, like I miss vlogging. Also, if you haven't watched that yet, you should watch that. I'm gonna link it up here. Okay, so updates with Dara living here. He's not here right now. He's actually out playing rugby with a new friend that he made. I'm actually so proud of him. He's been making friends. Oh my god, I should tell you when he moved in. He moved in July 28th. Okay, so he's been here for what? It's been like a month and a half, almost. No, it's about to be 2 months. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's been a minute. Honestly, it's like going perfect. We are the perfect roommates. Granted, he is the perfect boyfriend, but it's going so well. Like, I have no complaints. I think I was really nervous and people made me feel like, oh my god, it's gonna be this big life change. Also because we've been long distance, so you know, the most time that we've ever spent together has been 2 weeks. A little thought I had in my head is like, oh my god, what if I find out like I actually hate living with you and like this is horrible and we hate each other. That didn't happen. But it's been, if anything, brought us so much closer together and made us realize how well we work as a team. I think also in the beginning it was interesting because since we're long distance, I wanted to spend literally every waking moment with him. Like, I just wanted to do everything with him, and very quickly I realized, oh my god, like I can't do that. Like, I love having you around and I love being with you, but like we need to live our own lives, you know? If anything, also it's like really helped me look into things that I really love and I want to do. He's been sleeping in a little bit, so I'm like, oh well, this is actually perfect for me to have my alone time. I love waking up early in the morning, doing early morning workouts, so I've been waking up and doing that. I started ClassPass too for the first time, which I totally recommend, even though I wake him up in the morning because my alarm goes off so early. There's some really good classes too if you're on the west side or Santa Monica, like Venice area. Like, I've been finding some really great things and maybe I'll run into you. And then too, I think the one thing is Dara's been having to find his new things that he's into, because obviously life is so different here than it is in Dublin. I'm really excited for him. He actually found a hurling team. They haven't started practice yet, but it's going to start in a few months, and so he's really excited to start that, which is going to feel like a little piece of home over here. And if you don't know, hurling is the national sport of Ireland, and anytime he talks about it here, people are like, literally, what the hell are you talking about? But it's really cool, and I'm really excited to watch him play, and hopefully when the season starts, 100% I am going to be vlogging and showing you how cool the sport is. It's like every single sport wrapped up into one. But we had a welcome party when he came here, so we got to meet all of my friends, which is so crazy. It was kind of like all the worlds melding together. I think I said that too when he met my best friend Annie in Edinburgh. I was like, it's so weird because even though obviously you both are so important in my life, for the longest time Dara was separate. He was like a separate thing because he kind of like lived in my phone and then literally lived in Dublin, whereas everyone else in my orbit lives in America, and a lot of them just live down the street from me. So he finally got to meet all of my besties in LA, And that was so much fun. Everyone loves him because honestly, like, everyone loves Tara. No one doesn't like him. So if you got to meet him too, I know that you would love him so much. Also, his sister visited, which was so much fun. We took her to Disneyland. She also had never ever been to America before her first time coming to LA, just like Tara. And oh, I just love having him here. And I love and I love having him as my boyfriend, and he is the best. And I can't believe I don't have to talk about us being in a long distance relationship anymore. So crazy. I will say though, he's not guaranteed here forever. Right now the visa that he's on is for 14 months, so it's a very long time. So he'll be here for a hot minute, but it's not like forever he's permanently here. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and in the meantime, I'm just really excited. Another thing that happened since I last saw you was I celebrated my freaking birthday. It was my birthday. My birthday is June 3rd, if you don't know, and I turned 27. Honestly, it was a little tough this year. I never really talked much about it because honestly, it's hard. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It was really hard. Last year on my birthday, I ended friendships with 2 of my best friends, which is actually so crazy to think about. Kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back on that day and that weekend, and so those friendships just ended. One of them kind of lingered on a little bit, and actually was the friend that I met Zara with when we went to Ireland, and then literally a week after we came back from Ireland we stopped talking. So it's kind of crazy to think about. 2 of my best friends in Los Angeles, we just don't talk at all anymore. It's literally no contact. It's done. So I can like talk more about that so you guys can learn more about what it felt like to end a friendship. And I feel so much better about it now. I feel like good about it, but it's a really hard thing to grapple with, and it really changes you. But this year I wanted to have a nice birthday and make sure that it felt comfortable and good, but I didn't want to go too crazy because I knew that I was just like, this just feels weird. So not gonna do anything too insane. But I hung out with one of my friends, Tiana, and we went out for the night. Before we went out though, I just went out, pampered myself. I got my nails done, I got my hair done, got it all curled and stuff. It was really cute. And then I got a special birthday outfit from Aritzia. Never had gone shopping at Aritzia before. Oh my gosh, so expensive, but the cutest and highest quality clothes ever. It's one of the nicest outfits I have now. And normally I don't wear mini skirts, but this one fits me so well because like my butt is just too big. Does not fit in any freaking skirt. But this skirt just 10 out of 10, I love it. We went to this bar called the Victorian on the west side, which I was like, I love this bar, it's so fun, but I haven't gone out there in so long. And when we went, I was like, oh my god, I feel like I aged out of the bar, which I did not like I didn't think was gonna be the case. But when we got there, everyone was like, oh my god, like happy birthday, how old are you turning? And I was like 27, and then they were like, oh. I was like, what? That's not fair. I'm not old. Like, I know I entered my late 20s, but come on, I'm still young, I'm so cool, I'm still hip. But it was still really fun. We went out dancing, and then we popped by the Circle Bar for a minute, which is also just on that same street. It was just a good time. Oh my god, my hair is like literally, okay, I worked out this morning, and so I feel like after I work out, my hair gets really tangled really easily. Even though I use dry shampoo and stuff, it has this weird tackiness to it. So I'm like, maybe I need to put my hair up. I'm also going out this afternoon. I am going to a day bar, so I'm like, I don't want to have to like deal with that. Or maybe I have to bring a brush. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But I don't know if I already said this, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a video on losing friendships and what that looks like and how to like get past it. Because it took a minute, but it's been really good. And I've been seeing my therapist. I actually started seeing my therapist literally right after I got back from Ireland last year. We had calls beforehand, but then we didn't start sessions until then. So it's been like a year now, and she's been like such a big help getting through it all. And oh, therapy is amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. But that was, oh, I didn't even realize, like now talking about it, I'm like, wow, like my birthday was actually a huge milestone this year just to have to like get through. Crazy. Oh my god, I've never actually talked about this one, so I can't wait to tell you. I auditioned for the Circle for the 3rd time. Oh my gosh, y'all, I've never actually talked about this, but I for the longest time like wanted to be on the Circle / I don't know, I don't really know how I feel about it right now. It's kind of complicated, but I did interviews and everything for the Netflix reality show. I don't know if you watch, but if you do, I have to say, personally, I'm like a season 1, season 2 girly, but you know, to each their own. Oh my gosh, my camera ran out of storage, so then I had to go figure it out. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, okay, so I auditioned for the Circle, and I think I still have the video, so if I have that, I'm gonna include some of it here. Hi, I'm Leigh. I am 27. I am a marketer and I live in Los Angeles, California. Oh yeah, because I recorded it. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. It was so interesting, everything that they have you do. The last 2 times were the furthest that I've gotten in the process, but I'll tell you literally all the times now. Actually, it's kind of crazy. So the first time I did it, I just got a call from a producer after I submitted my application. So all of them, you do a online application first, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've submitted like almost the exact same application every single time. I just do a different like little video. So hi, my name is Leigh, and I'm ready to not only be main character in my own story, but everyone else's too. Hi, Circle friends, my name is Leigh, and I'm so sorry I did not clean my room for y'all tonight, but I figured you might as well get the real me, about to go to bed, not wearing pants, giving you Winnie the Pooh. So they have you answer all of these questions, tell us about yourself, what would be your strategy in the game, how would you play, how would you describe yourself, all that basic stuff, and then they ask you just to make a 1-minute video of how you would win the Circle. And then the first time I got a call, I think it was it summer of 2020? They literally should have asked me, they were like, well, what do you think about being a catfish? And I was like, I don't know if I want to be a catfish, but I really want to be on the Circle. And they were like, okay, well, we think you'd be like really good as a frat boy. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? I don't know. So I ended up contacting one of my friend's boyfriends and was like, what do you think? Could I use your photos? But I ended up calling the producer next day and being like, it'd be even better if I went in as myself. And then I never heard from them again. They were like, bye, like that's not what we want you for. And then I saw, what was it, the 3rd season come out, and Rachel Ward, that's what Rachel Ward was. She was like a blonde girly and she played a frat boy, and I was like, oh my god, did they want me to be Rachel Ward? I think that's what they wanted, and then I wouldn't do it. So could have been crazy, could have been her. But then the second time, I made sure that I applied right when the applications opened. And so then when I did that, I got a call literally the next day. Actually the next day, whereas the first time it took like maybe a week or 2, but this time so quick. And they were like, hey, we want to interview you, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna have an official interview that's going to be recorded, and then it's gonna be sent to Netflix execs. So like, look cute. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So I was starstruck the whole time because the producer that interviewed me was Jazzy Collins, and if you are a Bachelor fan, you know that, or like a mega Bachelor fan like I am, you know that Jazzy was one of the most well-known producers, very outspoken producer who has talked about her time in The Bachelor. But I was like, oh, Jazzy, I'm obsessed with you. I was so excited to get to talk to her, and so that was so cool. Honestly, I was freaking out that I got to talk to her, but then again, did not hear back from them. Womp womp. It was a big bummer. I followed up, and then they were like, don't talk to us, and I was like, okay. So then the 3rd time, I was not as gung-ho this time, because also this all was happening as Dara was moving here. And I know too, they definitely favor single players. So I was like, ugh, like I'm not as into it, but this has always been a dream of mine. So I'm still gonna just try and go for it and see what happens. And I got a call back again like the next day, because I didn't apply right when the applications came out, but I applied like maybe a week and a half after they came out, and then I still got a call like the next day. It was from totally different producers I'd never heard from before, so they were all new names to me, because I think the producers that I had talked to previously aren't working on the show anymore. And they were like, hey, we want to talk to you tomorrow. So I was like, oh my god. So they did the recorded interview again the next day, and I was not really ready. I wasn't trying as hard. I don't know, I kind of was like winging it, and then was like, I don't even know if I want to be on as bad anymore, but you know, I'll just show up and see what happens. And then yeah, I did the interview, and I just felt like I wasn't fully being myself, and I kept being like, whatever you need me to do, like I'll do it. But I was like, that's not true. I was like, I just want to be on the show. Like, I'm gonna be myself, but like in the interview, I was just like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to act. Like, what do you want me to say? What should I say? Which is not the vibe. So yeah, I think I was just nervous, didn't know really what I wanted, and I kind of had like an idea of what being on the show would look like. And when my life looked different, my life just looks so not that now, so I need to adjust. And yeah, I never heard back from them. Also, I never even fully submitted everything that I needed to submit, because after you do that interview, you're supposed to submit 20 photos of you, and then I think like 10 or 20 videos of you too, just from social media, just so they can like make a cute like package, and I just literally never did that. But also they never asked, so I think the interview went horribly. But that's fine, no worries there. I'm very happy with where my life is, and I heard that they're currently filming now in Atlanta, which also I wouldn't want to go to Atlanta. I'm from there. I know what it's like the other seasons filmed in the UK. That's way cooler. I'd love to film in the UK, but if you want me to talk more about what that interview process looked like, I definitely can do that. And then a few other just small things. I know I talked about working out and how I, you know, have adjusted my workout schedule earlier, but now I also started running again. I feel like I go through phases of totally shitting on running and then being like, oh my god, like running is amazing. And I feel like it's just recently been something that once in a blue moon, well, there was 4 or 5 weeks where I was like actually training, like doing like training schedules and like following a program on the Nike Run Club app. If you don't have that app, I totally recommend it. It's actually so good. They set you up. Here, let me pull it up. First of all, you just log in. Here's the app. Can you see it? Oh, it's like washing out. Oh, no, my screen literally just looks like that. It's loading. Essentially, you can track all of your runs, so you can have them by miles, by time, or whatever. It'll track everything. Okay, here is the app now that's actually pulled up. But my favorite thing that they do, well, okay, first of all, I'll show you just a plan thing that I did, so you can kind of see I stopped in the middle of it. I did 5K running plan, so it has me scheduled for all these different runs, and you just click it, and you're just like ready to go. And they're all guided runs, and that is what my favorite thing to do is. So here's where you can pop in your little run, and then you go to this guided run tab and you scroll through, and you could do any type of run, something easy or just something fast, or if a long distance run, you can do everything, and they're all guided. So it's, you can listen to music, and then over the music you can have this person, like a podcast, telling you something motivational, like coach-like, and coaching you. You're 5 minutes into this run, you should be going about a 5 out of 10 of your effort scale, and today's mission on the run is to connect with your mind, and how are we going to do that, and blah blah blah. And a lot of it is really meditative, honestly, and they do, I don't think they have them as much anymore, but they used to have total meditation runs and guided mindfulness, and I think this was one of them. This was like a whole series they did with the Headspace app, I think. That's a huge plug for Nike Run Club. Try it if you are or aren't a runner. That's what honestly got me into running, is using that app. But I started running again, and it's really nice. Now I do it way more casually, and one of the gyms that I've been going to, I told you I started with ClassPass, but then I actually got a full-fledged membership at this other gym that I really like. It's called Camp, and one of the classes they have, it's called Circuit, but it's like a hit focus class. They have you run on these arced looking treadmills, and so it's really helped like with that class, just like my endurance. I like making sure that my heart works and my muscles work, although I'm not gonna lie, they're like a little deflated recently because I just have not been hitting the gym in the way that I want to, but that's why we're doing the classes. You love to see it. Then too, more workouts, I guess, but this was less how I think of workouts, more just fun movement, is I started dance classes. So every Sunday I go to the studio in West Hollywood. It's called Playground LA. You've probably seen it, honestly, on TikTok or YouTube. They're huge. It's a notable background. All the best people go there, and even in my little beginner class, like, there are pros that are teaching these classes, there are pros that are taking these classes, just like learning the basics, and honestly it's just such a fun experience. I love dancing, and I especially love hip-hop. I haven't taken a hip-hop class since, well, now I do, but like before that I took my last class probably in 8th grade. I used to take hip-hop classes religiously in like middle school, but then I don't know, it just dropped off, and then I got into cheer and then all this other stuff, so that was kind of my dance. But I think I didn't realize how much I always really missed hip-hop, and so I started these classes, and it's so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that great. I've started posting them here and on Instagram too, but you'll be the first to see if you follow me on TikTok. I've been doing this little series of week whatever of me posting my imperfect dance classes, and it's just kind of giving you an insight of how I can be so critical of myself in these classes. But also it's been cool to see, like, I definitely feel like I'm improving week over week. I think I'm week 9 in, so it's been really fun and just a way for me to express myself and just feel super passionate about something, but just having fun. And then everyone there is just so nice, so I've made friends in the class, and I've also been able to bring friends to class. It was just like a really big move for me too, because I wanted to take the classes for the longest time and wanted to go to the studio for the longest time, but I was always just so nervous too. And I think I just felt some imposter syndrome about going, because I was like, this is an amazing studio that only the best people go to. I can't go if I'm not amazing. And it wasn't even this studio alone. Like, I was like, oh, I'm not that good at dance anymore. I shouldn't/couldn't go. And that's just not fair and not right to myself, you know? That's definitely not true. And also, what if I did show up to that studio and I was literally the worst person there? That doesn't matter because they took my money and they're there to teach me. And at the end of the day too, it ended up being fun. So I don't know, I was just like, I can't believe I wasted years freaking out about taking this class, and then when I finally did it, it was amazing. And the reason I did too, which is so funny, is because I had gotten in my head right before, I feel like I really need to do this. Like, I've been missing something fun in my life. Like, I really need to do this. I tried pole dancing classes and I liked them, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted. I was craving more, you know? So I was like, I think it's a dance class. I think I need to take this dance class. And I brought it up to my coworker and he was like, oh my gosh, you need to talk to our boss. She takes these classes and she'll tell you the perfect studio to go to. And I was like, wait, what, really? So I go to my boss and my boss was like, oh my God, you have to go to Playground LA. Playground LA is the best. Like, I take their classes, like, you'll see me there, blah, blah. Like, my literal, like, work boss. Shout out to my boss. You rock. Love you so much. And honestly, I feel like it's changed my life the last 2 months. Like, it's really just like helped with my confidence and made me feel like more fun and light and just myself. So that's been pretty lit. Also, speaking of work, I threw a chicken party at work, which is so random, but by the time I post this, it'll still be September, and September, fun fact, is National Chicken Month. So we were like, I think we started talking about like chicken. We just started talking about chicken. I think someone brought up like Nando's chicken and how good it is, and then we all started talking about our favorite chicken, and then we looked it up and we were like, oh my God, September is National Chicken Month. We should throw a chicken party. So I organized a chicken party and everyone had to bring in a different chicken dish. I though brought in a chicken cake, which was a bunch of like little cupcakes shaped like a chicken. So with your last few days of September, you should also throw a chicken party while you can. And oh my gosh, also I dyed my hair pink. It's kind of fading now because apparently it only will last like 3 washes and we're on wash 4. So like dyed this little strand of my hair pink. I think I'm gonna do like a little bit more next time and maybe both sides because I really like how it turned out. I'll probably include pressure pic so you could see how it looked when I first got it. But I've been trying to like barely wash my hair just to keep it there. But oh well, I'm not getting my hair done what for another month and a half. Or a month at least, so probably just go back to basic blonde. But it was fun while it lasted. Felt very cool in my Olivia Rodrigo cool girl era, you know, because her album just came out. Oh, and I just got tickets to her show the first night in LA, August 13th, I think. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. And I'm sick of those memes on Twitter being like, if you're over 25, you shouldn't be going. Shut up. I'm going and I'll be there, and Dar will be too, so maybe I will be chaperoning him since he's younger, but whatever. I'm excited. Oh, and I started also reading, I'm looking at this now, I started reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, or A Court of Thorn and Roses. I bought the whole book set. I have you propped up on 2 of the books right now, but I have those book sets, so I need to finish the first book so I can get through all of them. I feel like that's like everything. I mean, obviously it's not everything, like so much more happens, but in the meantime, you know, to get filled in and anything else I forgot about, make sure to follow me at Leigh and Healey on TikTok and Instagram. But then also, like I said, I'm gonna be making more videos. I'm going to be doing more. You're gonna see more of me here, so make sure you hit the subscribe, don't forget, subscribe. And then also definitely like this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you cuties so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'm really glad to just be back and get to talk to you. I miss y'all so much, so much. You're the best, and I love you so much. Mwah.
Falling to pieces in my room.